Shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asham Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to all your sincere Akim. And well, if you watch my previous video going into, Esau being exposed, he uncovered the usual thing, okay? More of Esau's lies, more of their deceits, more of their evils being exposed. You know that I actually mentioned something like concerning this video, which is basically going into contrarianism, okay? Well, basically being a contrarian, which of course in this kingdom right now, man, if you are a contrarian, more times than not, okay, you are most likely on the right path, okay? You are most likely right because right now this kingdom is filled with only lies and deceit, whatever the popular opinion is, if you decide to go against the grain, okay, everybody is moving left, you decide to move right, more times than not, okay, more than 50% you are in the right. So let's start with this precept, let's break it down. Anyway, let's start with this precept. Job 13 verse 4. So this is the book of Job 13 verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. And this is going in, this is, whenever you read this precept whenever you read this precept, the first thing you think about is Esau and his system, everything going into it, okay? But more importantly, even in these times, because the main time, okay, when this precept was being brought out, damn near every video, okay, was during the 2019, 2020s, okay, and you already know what was going on back then, all right? You see, so Esau, Edom, okay, this is the description of them. And let's go into more, let's go into more, let's go into more. So this is the book of John 8 verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Okay, and this is of course speaking of Esau, Edom. Okay, but more importantly, of you Israelites, that's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that follow in the way of Esau, Edom. Okay, and I think I want to get another precept. It's been a while since I've gotten this precept, man. So I basically forgot how it goes. Okay, he coming out of the womb speaking lies. That's basically it. So this is the book of Psalms 58 verse 3. The wicked, Esau, Edom, are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Okay. So now we go into this definition of the word contrarian. So this is the definition. This is the definition of the word contrarian. Someone such as a writer or politician who likes to disagree with other people and express opinions that are unpopular. Not to get more going into this. Contrarian, disagreed with by most people or liking to express opinions that most people disagree with. Okay, and basically where this contrarian originates from is contrarian investing. Okay, basically you go into buying and selling of stocks. Okay, you buy stocks when people are selling it. Okay, when the price is going down, so you sell stocks when people are buying. Okay, when the price basically when the price is going up. So contrarian investing, when people are doing something, when people are investing in a stock, you do the opposite and you sell it. When people are selling a stock, you do the opposite and you buy it. Okay, so a contrarian will be someone that goes against the grain, goes against all of the mainstream narratives, okay, all of the popular opinions. So basically, if you see something on the news, you are more likely to disagree with it. If you see something that many people, that's a popular opinion, popular belief among people, they are most likely to disagree with it. And right now in this kingdom, you have that situation where if you disagree with the narrative, if you disagree with the popular opinion, if you disagree with the mainstream opinion, more times than not, okay, you are right, you are correct to do so, okay. But let's make that disclaimer, all right. Being a contrarian isn't, doesn't mean that you have the 100% truth. I disagree with everything that I see on the news, because this is how these devils work, man. Every once in a while, Esau will lay down some truth. He'll give you the truth, okay? But most of the time, it's lies that is always coming out of his mouth, man. Lies and deceits. And of course, we'll get that. We'll get that because of unrighteous. That's Isaiah, okay, Ecclesiasticus. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay, I don't understand what's going on. No. Normally, I don't get notifications, but now I'm doing a video, everybody wants to bug me. Okay, so basically, what you see here is that this is how Esau Edom got his power, and this is exactly how he will lose his power, through unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit. Okay, basically by their lies. Okay, and by their wickedness, they got their power. They came into rulership because now they deceived the whole world. Okay, and took and claimed rulership over the whole earth. And that is exactly the same way you will lose your power, you Edomites. Okay, because of your unrighteous dealings. It has gone up to the Most High. How about Hashem? Your sins have reached the heavens. Okay, anyway, what I'm speaking about is, you know, I'm not, basically the whole contrarianism thing. Okay, there isn't really much to go into it on that. But the reason why you have so much, this ideology being more and more popular, which is basically, going against the mainstream narrative, is because even more and more it is being exposed that the only thing that is in the mainstream, okay, is lies, okay, lies, deceits, okay, distractions, all these games that Esau plays, because the news isn't really the news. The news is just a bunch of distractions and lies, okay. But to distract the people from what is actually going on the earth, okay. And every one now and again, you see the truth of what is going on, okay. You look for the real news, okay, hidden in what they are trying to do, hidden in the distractions that they are putting up. So some of the distractions, just off the top of my head, this Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, okay, that's something that's really pissing me off right there, because this trial has been going on for, is it over a month now, no conclusion, even though it's already clear what's going on and everybody already understands, who is the guilty party and who isn't, okay? Because this isn't even a trial of domestic abuse, because it's already been proven that Johnny Depp was innocent. He has been exonerated. It's actually a defamation trial. So basically, the trial is that because of Amber Heard's lies, okay, Johnny Depp has lost, resources, okay, lost assets, okay, lost job opportunities in acting job and career opportunities. So now he's suing Amber Heard for her defamation against him, basically calling him an abuser, which caused him to lose face in the public sphere. Okay, which of course we already know that Amber Heard's accusations were all lies, but Esau is still doing this thing of going through the emotions and doing a trial over it, when this case should have been done and dusted a long time ago. Okay. But anyway, continuing on, going into it, we are still talking about the father of lies, okay? The Oga Pata Pata, the, what do they say it now? How do they say it again? So, okay, I'm thinking of how the brothers say it, okay? But basically, the best of the best, okay? The king of spilling blood, okay? Esau Edom. Anyway, let's get this as well. Let's get this as well. This is what I want to get next, okay? And this is from the book of Daniel. He shall think to change times and seasons, and it shall be in the power of his hands. Okay, let me get that. Well, that's okay. I'm thinking of that's Isaiah. Isaiah. That's Isaiah. I'm thinking of another precept. That's Isaiah. I don't know how this goes. Let me. I'm trying to remember how precept goes. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Daniel 7, verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. So now this is the context, okay, of who it is speaking about, the fourth kingdom, which of course, if you go into Daniel the seventh chapter, you understand that the Daniel saw a vision concerning four beasts, and those four beasts were the four kingdoms to rule upon the earth. The first beast being the Assyrio-Babylonian Empire, the second beast being the Medo-Persian Empire, the third beast being the Greek Empire, the fourth beast being the Greco-Roman Empire. Okay, and we are still in the days of that fourth beast, because even the scriptures say in the book of Daniel, I believe that's the 13th chapter. Okay, the beast whose deadly, it's like not not Daniel, Revelation, the 13th chapter, the beast whose deadly wound was healed, right? And also in the book of Revelation, I forget, like I try to remember whether it was 19th chapter, where it's about how the beast was cast into a bottomless pit for 1,000 years, where he could no longer deceive the nations. And after 1,000 years was fulfilled, let's get that for a second, just to get more context of concerning this priesthood right here. Don't want to leave anybody that is listening, just in case, don't want to leave you, what's what I'm looking for, twisting in the wind. Yeah. So this is the book of Revelation 20, and I'll start from Verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season. Okay, that's basically the time that we're in right now. We're in the time of the loosing for a little season. Okay, so this is the time that we're living in. Okay, that in the end times it would be that fourth beast that is reigning. So now let's continue on. Let's continue on. So this is the book of Daniel 7 verse 24. Hold on, no, this isn't it. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is it. Daniel 7 verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And he shall speak great words against the most. You know what, Salakia? I have to break down that Daniel 7 verse 24. Okay, the 10 horns are the 10 nations, that the 10 NATO nations. Okay, I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but you have the usual suspects. Okay, I think Luxembourg is one of them. Okay, let's make that distinction. Okay, because there are 7 heads. Okay, of these beasts, 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay, so there's a difference between the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The 7 heads have nations that no longer exist today, but all the nations on the 10 horns exist, and they are the ones that started NATO. Okay, those first 10 nations that started NATO. You have your UK, your France, your even Babylon, Canada, Luxembourg, and so on and so forth. Okay, the usual suspects, right? And the first horn that he's talking about is Babylon the Great, and the 3 horns that got conquered, you already know, okay, Great Britain, um, Spain, I believe, and then Portugal. I believe it's been a long time. It's been a long while since I've gone through that breakdown. So like yeah, okay. So continuing on, Daniel 7 verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh, and shall wear out the sins of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Okay, so basically, so long as Esau is in rulership, he can change any law, change any ordinance, change any power, change any any ordinance that has been set up by the Most High as much as he wants. But here is the thing, okay? Esau might be able to change the law, might be able to change the times, okay? They will like the way that he did with the calendar system, where people are using this heliocentric, okay, calendar, which is basically calculating time and days by the sun instead of by the moon, as it is written that the Most High made the moon, okay, and made the sun and the moon, okay, but mainly the moon as a sign of the feast days, that light that decreaseth with her perfection, okay. Now, Esau Edom might be able to change times and laws, but that doesn't mean that those times and laws don't still stand, okay. That's why I brought out this precept, because he has deceived the whole earth into believing in, he has made the whole earth to believe a lie. Let's get that. He has made the whole earth to believe a lie, because the times and laws that were changed, they are still in their original form. The moon is still used to calculate times, okay? All the laws of the Old Testament is still in effect. The laws of Moses are still in effect, even though Esau with his what they call it, with his Christianity will tell you that, oh well, that's not, you can already know what I'm talking about. You already know what is how Esau does. The law is done away with. Okay, this isn't actually what I'm going. This is actually what. So this is the book of Second Thessalonians. You know what? Let me just finish what I'm saying. Okay, these Christians will say that, well, the laws are done away with. Okay, the Old Testament is no longer in effect. Universal salvation and replacement theology, and so on and so on. And the thing about that replacement theology is that a lot of these Christians are starting to deny it. Because basically the men of the Lord laid that shit off. Back then when it was popular, men of the Lord came against it, put out preachers to show that replacement theology wasn't a thing, and the Christians dropped it instantly. Because right now, if you go into replacement theology, you see all these Christians, yeah, they are denying it now. Okay, but anyway, Second Thessalonians 2, and I will start from verse 8. And then shall the wicked Esau Edom be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of truth, that they might be saved. Okay, and that's basically it right there. So long as you don't have the truth and you believe in the lies of Esau Edom, you are still in the world. You are living in a lie, okay? And that's what these Edomites have done throughout the whole earth. They have spread a lie throughout the whole earth, okay? So even if you say, oh, I'm going against the grain, I'm going against the mainstream media, okay? That's not enough. So long as the spirit of truth is not in you, you don't, you truly, truly still believe in that lie, okay? To now continue on, Second Thessalonians 2 verse 11. And for this cause the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Okay, and now we need to understand who is really in charge right now. Okay, because I'm firing Esau right now, talking about, oh, he's a liar, he's the devil, he's the one that is bringing out all this information that is false. And people that are call themselves contrarians are going against that information. But now let's make it clear, okay? Esau Edom is doing his thing, sure, but who at the end of the day is in charge, who at the end of the day is in control, because Esau isn't doing this behind the back of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's the Most High that set Esau up to do this. Remember Romans 13, that the powers are ordained of the Most High, which is the highest power, okay? So at the end of the day, all the lies, all the deceits, let's get that. In him is and I got this preset. I actually brought out this preset in camp, and I can't remember how it goes. Here it is, Job 12, verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom, with the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. The deceived and the deceiver are his. That's right. The one that tells the lie, the one that believes the lie, the one that walks in the way of truth, they all belong to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay. So the Most High at the end of the day is still in control of all things. The Most High don't has sent forth these deceitful spirits, okay, and made Esau, successful in his deceits. And it's the Most High that is making it so that Esau's deceits no longer be successful, and is exposing the lies that this devil has been pushing throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay. So let me close out with this. Let me close out with this. More notifications I'm not even using. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, verse 12. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And who is your enemy? It's Esau Edom, and the so-called red man that is ruling on earth today, and the entire entire nation of Esau Edom. Okay, all right. So all these Edomites will tell you that, oh well, you see, it's just the elites, the 1% that we have to worry about. This is what Esau always does, trying to create a billions by himself, for himself. Okay, So basically, the elite of Esau have sold out the low-level Edomites. The low-level Edomites are now in turn trying to sell out his elites. Okay, Egyptian against the Egyptian. All right, class wars between these Edomites. Which of course, I don't really care. Esau. It's all Edomites are the same. Okay, whether they are elites or not. So what I was saying is that the low level Edomites are trying to sell out the elites. Oh well, it's the 1%, okay, it's the rich, okay, it's the elites, it's the elites, it's the international Jewish people, okay, the international Jewish bees, okay. Those are the ones that are causing all these problems. We have to take them down, okay. That's what Esau will tell you, but the truth of the matter is that all you Edomites are evil. This is a cause of you Edomites coming into rulership because say what you will about the heathen, talk about their wickedness and how they put our people in captivity. Like I said before, man, none of the heathen could have done unto us what Esau did, man, Because even the heathen sometimes, when you catch these heathen, sometimes even pitying Jake, okay? I actually went into this in camp, but sometimes you catch this heathen pitying Jake, man, like, and this, that kind of thing. But when Esau, even the scriptures say that Esau had no pity, okay? No pity upon the ancient, as scriptures say, upon the ancient thou hast heavily laid thy yoke, okay? That's why the most I put that spirit on Esau Edom, once again showing you that the Most High is in control, okay? Just so that what he can really so that he can punish these devils, man, and take them out. You devils allow the Most High to, you give the Most High an excuse, and you give us, the Israelites, okay, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You give us an excuse as well. And now I'm going to well, let's just wait until the salvation before we go into that. Let's wait until the deliverance before I start going into that. Okay. So now Ecclesiasticus 12 verse. Yeah, that's basically what I'll get about that. So with that, praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.